For most people, silence is terrifying. It feels like rejection. It feels empty. But for you, silence isn't empty. It is full. Have you ever wondered why you feel more lonely in a crowded room than you do in an empty one? Society often labels this as antisocial. They call it anxiety. They might even ask if you are depressed. But they are wrong. Psychology doesn't call this a disorder. It's actually a biological advantage known as the autonomous mind. You aren't hiding from the world because you're broken. You likely fit into one of three very specific psychological profiles. The first type is the deep processor. For this person, the world is too loud. Science tells us their brains lack a mechanism called latent inhibition. Most people have a filter that blocks out background noise, but your filter, it is wide open. You absorb every detail, every mood, every micro expression. A grocery store feels like a battlefield. A party feels like a sensory assault. Being alone is the only time your system finally stops vibrating. Then, there is the second type, the inner architect. This type doesn't hate people. They hate inefficiency. To them, small talk feels like suffocating. They live in a rich inner world of ideas, plans, and theories. When they are forced to discuss the weather or celebrity gossip, their brain literally slows down. Psychologists call this an autotelic personality. They are self-contained. They don't need external applause to feel valuable. They are busy building empires in their own head. Finally, the rarest type, the energy guardian. These people are high-level empaths. They don't just hear your problems. They feel them in their own body. Being around people is an emotional exchange. You give and give and give, and eventually you run dry. Solitude is not running away. It is the only way to wash off the emotions of the world. It is the only way to remember who you actually are. There is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. If you enjoy your own company, it means you have built a world inside yourself that is worth living in. So the next time someone asks why you are so quiet, don't apologize. You aren't hiding. You are protecting the peace that everyone else is desperately searching for. Now, I have a question for you. Which one are you? The processor, the architect, or the guardian? Tell me in the comments. And if you want to understand your mind a little better, subscribe. Welcome to the Pivot.